Alright, so welcome back to another fanfiction idea, and this is another, adaptation of a famous event. You guys really like those. Basically what this one is like a loose adaptation of an Iron Man storyline called, Armor Wars. It's one of the few Iron Man, few Iron Man stories that was anyone knows. It's usually Demon in a Bottle, Armor Wars, some other insert random Iron Man story here. So anyway, so this is going to be a little different because so it's not really an armored character. It's more like a robot. Yeah, this is going to be a My Life as a Teenage Robot centered event, a storyline. So, in this story, Jenny's mom, Dr. Wakeman, has discovered that someone has broken into her secret files on the XJ projects and has not only stolen the, basically everything, all the files of the XJ project, but threw them out into the internet. It wasn't like someone was trying to steal them. It was more like steal them and make their own. It was more like throw them out in the internet so other people can use this. And when I say everyone can use this, literally the worst people find this information and use it for their own purposes. So now Jenny's design is out there being used by the worst people, like villains and whatnot. So now Jenny is on the task to basically, because to her, you see, to Tony in the original Iron Man event, it was more like, I made this project and, now people are, how many people are going to die by my hand because I was careless and let the Spy Master get away with that information? I was careless and now people are dying from my technology being used by other people. Here it's a lot different. Because because Tony, if he used, common sense for 5 fucking seconds, Tony would rationalize, yeah, it was still my tech, but, at the same time, that was them. That was how they used it. It wasn't my fault, but, it was my tech, but it was never it was never, my personal hand in it. But of course, Tony over-exaggerates everything because Tony's a drama queen at the end of the day. Here, it's a lot different because for Jenny, it's her body. It's her very body that has been. It feels like she feels disgusted because now the thing that makes her special is now out there in the wilds of the internet and is now being used to build other versions of her that are like shadows of her. And it's like, what does that say about her personally? That's a terrifying thought for Jenny, is that she is, now she is going to be copied by a multitude of people, and it's like, it's still her, it's a chance that it's still her. It's what makes her, her. So, Jenny is now this is a personal stake for her, because now it's what makes her special, and it's being abused. So Jenny now goes on this quest to find, she finds that, yeah, these files are being used by certain people. Can you guess who's on that list? A lot of bad people. And you may be wondering, who was behind that break-in in the file? Who was that person who essentially, started all this? Was it, Vexus? Was it, someone else from Cluster Prime? Was it one of Jenny's villains? It was, but not the one you were expecting. The person behind this was Kilgore. Yeah, that little robot, that little annoying robot who thought he was hot shit all the time, and Jenny took a pity on. Kilgore basically broke into those files and set them out there, and everyone's like, why did you do that? He's like, because I am Kilgore. I am the greatest villain, and now everyone will know that it was Kilgore who brought that killing stroke to my hated enemy. I'm using the little claws because he's got little claws. So, excuse me. So yeah, Kilgore was behind the file break-in and is now like, lol, your files are out, you're no longer special and you're going to be made into a killing machine. Bye, Jenny. Yeah. So that's where Jenny is in her life right now. So now, sorry, I lost my train of thought. basically, Jenny is now out in the world trying to figure out who has what, and a lot of people have it. The first few people she encounters are the Flock of Fury, who aren't building robots, but they're using the weapons designs from Jenny. Because it's not just that, like, her weapons designs are now out there, and people don't necessarily need to build the robot. Others are just like, we'll just take the weapons. So now the Flock of Fury have built have made their own, like, weapon systems similar to Jenny, and upgraded their own with Jenny's weaponry. So Jenny has to fight them, along with Dr. Chipotle, who implemented the new weapons. Then she has to go find she has to stop Cobra from upgrading the bats as the battle android troopers, the bats, they're robot troopers, with Jenny's technology. She has to go fight them. But then comes the one that really makes her go, oh god, no. That the people who use this, the people who have who are on that list of people who have taken Jenny's technology for their own, is the Fentons. The Fenton, they didn't know it was Jenny's technology. They had no idea it was, now it's like, yeah, they didn't know it was Jenny's technology. They just used that kind of machinery and that tech to upgrade their ghost fighting technology. And Jenny at this point is like, no, I cannot let this technology fall into anyone's hands. I have to get it back. And at this point, everyone's like, you need to slow down. Because this is like fighting Cobra, or, you know, this is like, you know who you're going to run into when you go there. And he's not going to be happy when you knock on his door. He's not going to be happy. Of course, it's Danny who's there. And he's like, and Jenny's like, I don't care. That can't, it's not that she doesn't trust the Fentons. It's more like, that technology, she's afraid that technology will fall into someone else's hands, like if it falls into like Vlad's hands or another ghost villain's hands. But Tuck and Tuck and Brad and everyone's telling her, don't go there hot-headed, because if you go in there going in hot, that dude is that Phantom guy is gonna push your shit in. But Jenny, of course, doesn't listen, and she's like, oh, he'll listen to reason, even if I have to do it by force. And everyone's like, God damn it, Jenny. So Jenny flies to Amity Park and shows up at the Fenton's house and is like, we gotta talk. And, of course, Danny's right there like, so I understand you're looking for the Fentons. And I've been monitoring you, Jenny. I've been following your little crusade. What are you doing at my house, man? What are you doing at the Fentons? What are you doing here? And Jenny's like, look, I don't want to start a fight with you, but look, they have tech, and I need to shut it down and remove it, because it belongs to me. So I can do this my way, or we can get into a total fucking fist fight. And Danny at first is like, okay, let's just do this. Let's just think on this, and let's talk about this rationally. So they go there, they go inside, and they're like, look, we will give you whatever you need, but the problem is that the technology they used to upgrade was the ghost zone, the ghost portal. So now if Jenny shuts down that technology, the ghost portal's going to, collapse in on itself and literally spill out who knows what out of the ghost zone. So now Jenny's like, I don't care, I need that. I understand you need that, but you can just rebuild. It's like, no, we can't, that would take us months to put that back together. But by then, Ghost may have overrun Amity Park, so you cannot take this. Jenny's like, I'm taking it. And to which Danny is just like, hey, Jenny. Boom! So Danny and Jenny get into a fight. Danny manages to fight her off. But in doing so, Jenny did manage to damage the ghost portal. So now ghosts are kind of leaking out of the ghost portal. Jenny then goes from there to taking on the Global Justice Network. She finds out that the Global Justice Network is now building their own XJ warriors. They're building their own XJ fighters for their own personal use. They're combining the Cobra Bat technology with the XJ program and mixing into a new kind of mechanized soldier. So now Jenny is like, fuck this, and fights her way through what, like, basically they're like the mandroids from S.H.I.E.L.D. So now she's just fighting her way through all of them, and fighting Kim, because Kim and Ron are called in, because after Jenny takes on, takes down, sorry, I lost my train of thought again. It's been a long 3 days. Takes down, after she fought Danny and did some damage in Amity Park, it's now like, we kind of need a lot of help here. So so Kim and Ron get involved. Jenny manages to stop them, but by the end of it, she also finds out that Mech from the Transformers, also from the Transformer villains, Mech have the technology as well. So now, it's pure chaos, and Jenny is slowly becoming public enemy number one. She is just, running herself ragged, and a lot of heroes and the public opinion are worried about her, because now Jenny is clearly, like, gone off the rails trying to stop all this, and by the end of it, Kilgore's just like, this was totally worth it. This was totally worth it. But, by the end of this whole armor war thing, Jenny discovers that one of the major components of the people behind this was Xanatos. David Xanatos was using the XJ program to build a new, like, Steel Clan. He was basically putting in the XJ program into the Steel Clan, now called the Steel Legion. So, and that's, like, Xanatos is preparing to, like, make New York into a police state, kind of like how he wanted to do in that alternate timeline, that dream sequence in the Avalon Chronicles back in Season 2. So Jenny manages to stop that. Jenny turns herself in, and she is forced to be sentenced for her crimes. Again, basically, she was running amok against the government. But anyway. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much my cartoon adaptation of Armor Wars. Could you see this in the Infinityverse? Possibly. This idea just came to me, and I was like, yeah, this is Infinityverse worthy. So yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below. What do you guys think of this version of Armor Wars? Do you guys like it? Don't like it? Just comment below. Let me know. And once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse. As always, there is a link below for my Patreon. So if you are a Patreon supporter, if you want to be a Patreon supporter, and just hit the link below, join Patreon. You guys will get some exclusive videos. I'm actually right after this recording, I'm going to start working on posting videos over there after recording some videos that are going to be exclusively for the Patreon videos, and for the 4th tier over on Patreon, you guys can do requests for subjects for a Patreon video, and I will do them. I've got 3 Patreon videos already in the lineup. Yeah, I've already got 3 Patreon videos in the lineup, and they'll be coming out soon. They'll probably be the next few videos you see. So, yeah. But once again, I know I keep pimping out the Patreon, but hey, I'm trying to run a business. I'm trying to get out from my shitty job. I hope you guys understand that. Anyway, so once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.